What is up,
That heavy twang.
What is up, my dudes?
you sexy bitches?
Oh.
Huh? Really?
All right, guys. Welcome back to the OK See You Later podcast. I'm joined with my co-hosts Duncan Martinez and Caleb
Hello.
Combs.
Well,
How you guys
hello
doing?
there. Oh, just chilling,
As we all
washing my
are.
hands regularly.
Yeah.
I'm just
So-
chilling, watching everybody else wash their hands regularly, and knowing that
I was
everybody else
gonna
is
say,
doing it,
that's
I don't have
actually
to do it.
That's been my biggest pastime, is I
Okay.
just tell my friends to send me videos of them washing their hands. That's how I pass the days.
You told me to send you a video of me washing something else. I'm not gonna say it on the air, but
whoa, on the air.
That must have been your mouth that I was referring to.
Oh, with so.
All right, guys.
I'm uncomfortable.
As everyone knows, a lot of people have been in quarantine. Pretty much everything's been shut down. So I want to, at least for me, I've been pretty much in the house most of the time for the last 2 weeks, and I'm getting stir crazy, low key. So I'm curious, how have you guys been dealing with this? If you've been quarantining at all, if you've been just out and about, like what have you guys been up to?
it's called working 40 hours a week still.
Hey, real quick.
Okay, when you're not required to work.
Let's have some dead air for a second while I do this, so I don't mess up anything.
Ooh, that's good.
Ooh.
Sorry, that's
Ooh.
good. That's
Give me
good.
the chills.
I wish I could just reopen mine.
Yeah.
But
You ready for this?
I mean, outside of
You ready for this? I'm gonna have to
outside-
reopen
yes.
it, but
You made that sound effect in like one of our first episodes with your teeth.
I remember that.
But I mean, that's like normal for me, dude. I mean, I work at a restaurant, so I'm like always washing my hands anyway. So that wasn't any different. And then coming home, outside of the fact that I don't get to go to the gym or go play ball or anything as much anymore, everything's exactly the same.
That's what's been killing me, bro.
Catching dubs in Warzone on occasion.
That makes one of us.
not every day. And then just chilling at home with Lauren and Indy and catching up on Altered Carbon. That's been kind of my thing lately.
On what?
Altered Carbon on Netflix. Oh, dude, it's so good.
What is it? about?
Dylan's only seen the Tiger King.
So,
I'm just so glad they finally made a show after you, Dylan.
dude, I'm telling you, man. The respect, it took forever, bro. I mean, you have all these kittens. And no one wants to make a show about you.
You just needed to get a couple of. Actually, I don't want to ruin any
No,
of it, so we won't talk about that.
The thing that I will say about the Tiger King with no spoilers is, so I'm not big
He's
on the
not
show.
actually a
I thought it
king.
was very interesting, but it was very bizarre to me, because I grew up in the city. Like, I know Oklahoma's country, but I grew up in OKC, which is like somewhat normal. It was weird, especially now since I'm living in Choctaw. It was weird to be like, dude, I could drive an hour and go see Joe Exotic. Like, well, not anymore.
No.
But
You said
back
no
in the day, I'm like,
spoilers.
Yeah, he's
I
dead.
mean, yep. Oh, and it wasn't the Tigers.
Carol Baskin.
So, dude, facts. Dude, okay, real quick. Have you guys seen Trevor Wallace's video about watching the Tiger King once?
I have
Yes.
not seen. I've
Dude,
opened
it's
it, but I
pretty
have not
funny.
watched it.
It's pretty funny, bro.
I
You
have
should
it
check it
pulled
out.
up, actually.
It's
Him
pretty
and
good.
Charlize are in it together. Charlize
It's
is like,
pretty
my
good.
name's Curb
I
Stomp.
watched. I watched like the first.
I don't like that he has a
20
gag
seconds.
around his neck, bro. He's got like his teeth colored with a Sharpie to make them look like they're missing. It's pretty funny. It's pretty good. Okay, so Caleb, with you, right? Since we've been quarantined and all that, have you been quarantining at all, or have you just been living regular life? What have you been doing?
I mean, I've been quarantining, but I've also been going out hiking and stuff.
That's not conflicting.
Because
I have been staying inside and leaving.
On a regular
About it.
basis.
Yep.
Well, everybody else is staying inside, man. So it's time to get
That's
on the
fair.
trails.
That's fair. That's fair. And I know you've been thinking about starting a stream,
That
which
is
is
true.
quite the accomplishment. Duncan, do you want to help me in a round of applause for Caleb on this stream?
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
This is a moment that the OK See You Later podcast has been waiting for a long time. It's for Caleb Holmes to start streaming.
To get this stream. It's Punk's God. To you, Dylan.
Are you going to change your name for the stream, or are you going to keep it?
No, I'm gonna keep it. I was gonna
I
change
like
it, but yeah, I think I'm gonna keep it.
I like it.
The main reason is that account owns all of my games.
That's a good reason.
So
That's the best
fair.
reason.
that ruined any
That's-
thought of changing it.
That's fair. No, that 100%.
You can change the
makes sense.
name though.
Yeah,
I mean, you
but
can
I'm
just
not
pay a
changing
little
the
bit of
name.
money and change the name.
Yeah,
That's
no.
what I did.
I will never lose
So-
that name. It's too sentimental.
That is true. I will give you that. That's for sure. Like anytime, yeah, I feel like if I logged on and I didn't see Punk's God, whenever you're online, it would be kind of sad.
Yeah.
Well,
Not
he
gonna
has that other one that he made, just kind of like a burner account. What was it? Something Aquila or something like that.
Oh, that's not it anymore. Now it's
really?
now it's
I haven't
not
seen this
Punk's
account.
God.
Oh, I have seen that one. Not Punk's God. Not
That's
Punk's
awesome.
God official.
Dude, I'm
Without
really
the blue check mark.
surprised that if you saw our last podcast, which was literally a year ago, our first guest was Ryan, and he is quite the gamer as well. I'm surprised he's not starting a stream, bro. Because
He might.
you and
He
him,
might.
really,
Well, he's definitely going to be featured heavily on mine,
he should.
but I'm
He
trying to get
because
him
you
to
two
start one.
together is dirty. It's freaking dirty.
Yeah, we're gonna post it on Pornhub Live.
I would go to Pornhub just to watch.
Bad
you guys
for the
shoot
brand.
with
like that one guy that dresses up and then makes suggestive things that are just normal and posts them on Pornhub. Have you seen this? You seen this guy?
No, nobody has seen
Nope.
this guy. What?
No,
I'll
that's
send you some-
all you,
I'll-
Caleb. No,
I'll send you
no,
some
it's
links
okay.
later.
Please
That's all
don't.
right. That's
Please
all right.
don't.
That's a different type of streaming, Caleb.
I'm trying to think of one of his videos. One of them is
I didn't know
like
Caleb was a cam girl.
I was about to say, man, you're about to make a lot of money.
I mean, don't we all have an OnlyFans?
You're
We have
gonna
a
have
collective OK, see you later OnlyFans.
Yep, we've
If
made
the
a
viewers
total
want to
of
go find
10
it,
cents.
that's more than what we made from the podcast so far.
No,
I don't
that's
think
false.
that's
That
true.
is false.
I don't think that's
That
true.
is
How much
false.
Do you have?
Duncan,
We're
do
at
you
like
have the
$2.
numbers in front of you?
But do you
I
have?
well, since we're using no, it's not readily available on my bank account. No,
See,
How much is it?
it's like $2.
Dude, quit your job. You don't need Panera's.
Leave it.
You don't
Bro,
hire.
I've thought about that more this last couple of weeks, like these last 2 weeks. But like,
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
tempt me. I just need one more straw that's gonna break the camel's
So
back.
have you guys had a lot of to-go orders and stuff though? Because I went to.
That's what we can do.
Well, right, but I haven't.
It
been
is a
busy in
nightmare.
that regard. Right.
It's been busy because we've had to, like, I just finished writing the schedule for this next week. It's been busy just because we've had to reduce the number of staff a crazy amount.
I mean,
And
that
I'm
makes sense.
just sad. It's sad because I'm the one that's like in charge of everybody's livelihoods. And everybody understands that, like,
That's
yeah,
rough.
I can't. Everybody understands, like, yeah, hours are cut. And so, like, in order to stay employed, you have to work a couple hours every 2 weeks. And so some people are literally only getting like 3 hours every 2 weeks.
Ugh.
I'm like,
I
I
mean-
don't know what to do, man. Like, this is
Wait,
is
how long has that
more
been going
stress
on?
that I felt. It's been,
For
I've had
a
to,
couple weeks.
about 3 weeks.
That's crazy, dude.
But I've had to have
I
those
guess, yeah.
conversations where I'm like, well, hey, you might not get any hours this week, and next week you might only get like 1 or 2 shifts, and those shifts are going to be
Dang.
reduced. Because the thing is, I was told that I had to get the managers in for their 40, which is still a reduced number compared to what we're supposed to get normally. But had to get everybody in for 40 and then fill in all the gaps behind that. And God bless
That's
the
rough,
GMs
dude.
at Panera Bread right now, because they are working 55 hours a week. They're working 5 days a week, 11-hour days right now. Or at least if you're a good one, you are. Mine's Nick is hanging in there, dude. He's showing up at like 6 a.m. every morning and not leaving until like 5:30
Go
in the
Nick.
afternoon. I'm like, God
Dude.
dang.
No
What
joke.
a
And
stud.
dude, bro.
He's there all day, and I'm just like, bro, count me out. Like, my hours have been reduced. Like, I lost a whole shift almost in hours. And by the time 5 o'clock runs around, I'm still like, get me the hell out of here. I don't want to be here anymore.
Oh yeah, no, I bet, dude. I bet. And especially since you don't have anyone dining in, I'm sure it feels
Right.
tedious. You know what I mean?
It's just so
Like,
slow, and it
tedious.
just makes me so sad. I'm
Hey
just
man,
like, this is
any
boring.
So-
listeners that are from Oklahoma are about to understand my pain. But this last week, I've gone on it multiple times, and every time I have, the Sonic app has been down. So I have to go all the way to Sonic to order my stuff.
Aw, poor guy.
This is supposed to be a first world country.
Coronavirus is
Oh
God's
my
great
God.
equalizer.
Yep.
Oh shit! Well, then you had that
man.
New York
So-
City doctor lady. It's like this is supposed to be a first world country, and it's a sketchy situation over there. But
Yeah.
Yeah, no freaking joke. You guys ready for that $1,200 in the mail, though?
they better not send that in the mail.
Can we
Well,
I'm gonna
Can
bust
we
my
deposit?
mailbox open.
But
real quick before we jump into that, because I definitely want to hit on that, because I've been skeptical about that. I want to wait
it's already passed
for a
bro.
couple minutes. Well, no. I know, but I'm saying I want us to wait on discussing it
Okay.
for a couple minutes, because I'm gonna have Scotland on here in a couple minutes, and she lives in California, and I want to talk about the difference in prices and things between
True.
here and California, and how much difference that's gonna make for her versus us.
Okay,
Very true. That's a fair point.
I'm excited.
By the
I
way,
am
Duncan,
too.
completely
Yeah, what's up?
random, but since we were talking about jobs, bro, I think it's been a while since you and I have talked about this, bro. But the day needs to come at some point where, like, say you, me, Austin, Luke, Caleb, like we all need to make a business, bro. I feel like that would be the
Yeah,
most
like-
fun thing, because the more I think about it, we all have such differing skill sets
Bro,
that could all complement each other in a business.
I've got
if we
it.
were to do
I've
something.
got it.
Loki. Caleb, if you say something something
Magic
related
Mike.
to OnlyFans. Wait, what? No. You lost me.
What'd you say?
Said
I heard Magic
too.
Mike.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, I already have a YouTube channel, and no, I'm joking.
Oh, no.
Shit, I'm down. Let's do it. In these tough economic times, people are looking for entertainment.
Hey,
I am
just to
in it.
clarify for any listeners out there, we are not all in the same location. If you haven't clued in already,
Oh, that's
that
true.
might
We didn't
be
even
why-
touch on
That
that.
is true. We didn't
that
bring
might be
up,
why
yeah.
the podcast sounds a bit different.
Disjointed.
Why you can actually.
I mean, I
hear
feel like
us all.
it's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
Everybody
But
has their own microphone. That's pretty dope.
Honestly, I was about to say this is actually coming through a lot clearer than the last time we did this. So, at least on my end, it is.
Well, I tell you what, guys. I'm gonna try to get old girl in here, old Scotland. Which, by the way, if people don't know, we've talked about her a couple times. She is my sister.
did your audio peak for a second?
Did it?
I heard that too.
By the way. What's up, guys?
What's up, you guys?
But I'm gonna try to get her in here real quick, and I'm excited to have her on the podcast.
All right, man. Do it. Get her on.
Let's take a quick commercial break while you get her on, unless you can just zap her on it.
I'll just zap her on. She'll be zapped.
Oh boy.
It's like Star
It's from
Trek.
Bill Clinton.
Yeah, we'll just beam her in.
Caleb, I want you to give me your best Bill Clinton impersonation.
I feel like I can't do this, man. This is an only you thing.
No, dude, I want to hear it though. I want you to give me your best effort.
Let's hear it,
Just
Caleb.
go.
Come on
I
now.
just want to hear it. Just give me one. Oh boy.
Oh boy. Oh
Skull, your turn.
I
Give us
love
your
it.
best Bill Clinton impersonation.
I wasn't prepared for this.
That's
Yep,
pretty close.
sounds about right.
But...
Sounds about right. Yeah.
I bet he quoted those exact moments. He's like,
I don't
get with this girl. He's like, I don't.
That's the best I can do.
Dude, you know who has a surprisingly good Bill Clinton impersonation?
Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton.
Oh.
No. Oh my God. Dave Chappelle. That's who. Yeah. Dave Chappelle's is actually pretty on point.
It's because he's just legendary in general. I'm
That
pretty
is
sure he
true.
can impersonate anybody.
You're right. All right. So, formally, let's welcome our guest, Scotland. How are you
She
doing?
is a 5-time Emmy-nominated actress for her work in the Hunger Games. She wasn't Katniss. She was one of
Trees.
the girls in
I was a
District
tree.
12.
Yeah.
She was a tree.
That's,
Speaking of trees, weed's legal in California.
yes, and actually, it's
Good segue.
essential. They're open right now.
Damn
I don't
right.
doubt. I don't doubt that.
Not that I
That's
would know.
rad.
I live on a
I was about to say.
freaking military base, so
Which, tell us about that, Scotland, because you've been listening to us since it's.
conception, I guess.
I don't want to say
What is that
conception. I
sound?
didn't want to say conception, but okay.
Somebody-
Who's
rattle?
playing with a rattle?
That's got to be my sister. She's not. And it takes a lot to entertain her. But since
Roast.
you've been listening to us for
Oh,
a
yeah.
good long while, give us a little autobiographical tale. Give us a little insight into what's going on in California,
word.
why
I
you're
mean,
out there.
I feel like
and,
I've been listening.
how much you want to move back.
I do. I miss it. I saw something that they said that gas was like 99 cents somewhere in Oklahoma recently.
Yep.
Yep.
99
99
cents?
It's like,
Yeah.
I
In
saw
Hera.
$1.30,
Oh my gosh.
a
It
while
was
back. I don't know
99
about
cents in
99
Hera.
cents. What
Yep.
the heck?
I pay about $3.50 per gallon, and that's cheap.
Dang.
Yo,
Yeah, it's
that's
real
cheap.
cheap.
That's cheap for
I was
California.
about to say, that's
Yeah,
actually not
it's
bad.
really good right now. But no, I mean, it's been California's nice. It's a little bit of a bummer because right now everything's pretty much closed down. The beaches are closed down. All the parks are.
Shit, girl, that's
Yeah.
everywhere.
Well, but like, do you have
Yo,
beaches there?
those
Like,
beaches
tell
are
me.
always closed. I hate it.
I'm about to say, Lake
Oh
Overholser's
no!
closed. It's the same thing.
I do not miss that, man.
Can't swim with the bass.
You know what made me miss Oklahoma the most, though?
Boogie
No,
boards.
I just yes,
King.
I just finished watching Tiger King.
I knew it.
Oh God. Okay, real quick. Do you think she killed her
Oh,
husband?
definitely, 100%.
God damn you,
Thank
Dylan.
Well, there goes
I know.
all of the
No,
spoiler
there's,
tags.
There's no,
yeah.
there was never a conclusive answer whether she. It's entirely
Right, yeah.
opinion. On
Yeah,
whether
I didn't
now
know her
they're
husband was
getting
dead.
mad.
Which husband? That's the question. Like, because
That
doesn't
is
she
the
have
question.
like 3?
Yeah, I was going to say they never gave a conclusive answer. No, no. Yes,
Isn't she
does
on her
have-
third one right now?
She had her one that she left, and then she married the millionaire guy. Then he suspiciously died, and people think he killed her or killed him for
Or he
his
went
money.
to like Cuba?
He
and then
killed
she got
him.
remarried. So that's the third. She killed him. Yeah, for his is
She-
what
she-
people think. But there's no
She covered him in
evidence.
sardine
You know what I mean.
oil. That was like the joke.
Put him in the septic tank.
God, I wish.
Oh,
Say it, Caleb.
Oklahoma.
Finish that thought.
No, I'm good. Never mind.
You know why Caleb doesn't contribute to this conversation? Is because he has met Joe Exotic personally.
It's his cousin.
I'm not even joking.
Oh,
Apparently,
Scotland. That's
It was just a
messed
guess.
up. Don't give people that impression.
he's not a cat person, bro.
Yeah, Tiger King. Yeah.
So real quick, how is oh god, Brian, that's his name. I'm sorry. Yeah. How is Brian doing as far as working and all
What-
that within the Marine Corps? Since like on base, is everything still open like with his job? Or
It's kind of weird. Before he was working days and he had like a pretty normal schedule, but now he's working the night shift. So he usually goes in from about 3 p.m. until 1 a.m. and then he'll come home. But now they're doing like, because of everything that's
Those are
going
the most
on,
Marine Corps hours I've ever heard.
it's the stupidest hours. He used to work like normal, like 7 to 4 ish, 7 to 5, but now it's just dumb. But the way they're doing everything, they want to keep everybody separated if they can, so they've got everybody grouped up into 4 groups, and he's in the first group that's supposed to work from like 7 to 7 every day. But then yesterday they had him come in at 7 p.m. and like stay until 3 a.m. And then today they were supposed to tell him to come in, but they never told him to. So he's literally sleeping on the couch right next to me. He needed a break though. He's been working some weird hours.
That boy's a professional sleeper though.
Oh my god, yeah.
joke.
He sleeps through anything.
Yeah, I think if you're in the Marine Corps, that's kind of a necessity.
He's very good at that. He'll come home and he'll be like, okay, and he'll immediately go to bed. But yeah,
that's messed up your sleep schedule too, though, hasn't it?
I
I hate my
wish.
sleep schedule. But like, I don't have to do anything because I don't work. I'm just. Yeah, I've been doing.
You lazy bum.
No, I've been doing my schooling, and I was supposed to start my externship, but yeah,
You're schooling?
My schooling.
What are you going to school for, Scotland?
You going to school in the
I'm
UK?
going to school in my home for dog grooming. I'm very bad at it.
Hey, there's money in that,
yeah.
though. There's money in that. I was about to say, I actually know someone here in Oklahoma that they've been doing it for, I think, 6 years.
Yeah, do they groom your dog?
Nope, I don't have a dog.
So they groom you?
Oh.
Discounted rates? You showed up to basketball with those pigtails in your hair, and I thought that was just something Kylie did. I didn't know that was your dog groomer, bro. I'm sorry if I offended you.
Well, weren't you a double dog?
I hated that a lot.
That's like the thing.
Okay.
I love that.
So Scotland, especially being someone who currently, since you're staying at home a lot, I'm assuming, since you're in California, what have you been doing to keep yourself entertained? Because I have been getting crazy being at home so much.
Absolutely the worst, because I thought maybe I'd be able to like go take walks around the lake, something like that. No, I can't do anything. I've just been honestly watching ridiculous shows like Tiger King, and I've been on TikTok so much. Oh my god.
Yes.
It's a problem.
Dylan's like, you're speaking my language, brother.
Scotland blew up on TikTok for like one video.
Yeah.
She had like thousands of views.
I have like
Hey,
300,000 views on one video and 30,000 likes.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Dang, girl.
Shameless plug.
What was it?
Shameless
At
plug.
Scotland.
Was it a
On.
comedy video?
It's
Or
my
was
dog.
it like, what'd you do?
It was my dog. It's a video.
Oh,
yeah.
She's,
That's
it's not
cheating.
cheating because she doesn't even look like a dog. Everybody's like, what the hell is that thing? And I'm like, well, it's a pood, but like.
That's what I think every time I see that.
My little great value poodles.
When when Eileen's hair grows out, she legit looks like a dog.
Right now she looks kind of crazy.
Like for real.
I'll send you all a picture, but I just groomed her yesterday and she's so fluffy and.
I'll tell you what, Scotland, you send us a picture, we will use it as a thumbnail.
Oh, hell
yep,
yeah.
done.
Oh gosh.
Like it.
But
I got it.
But
it's gonna make sure it's a picture where she looks kind of crazy.
And you have
to take that picture, and then I'm gonna put quarantine.
I can
above
do
her
that.
head.
Can you find a way to slip some peanut butter into that picture?
Peanut butter. I can do that. I could put a jar of peanut butter next to her.
Peanut butter pups.
Peanut butter pups, buddy.
I'm glad. Oh, I'm so good. Oh, that's great. That's amazing.
He said, "I'm so good." He's like, "God, I'm the best."
Oh no, I was gonna say I'm so glad, but it came out. I'm so glad someone else remembered that reference.
Well, I don't.
Scotland. So I shut them down because we were trying to segue into something. I shut them down because I wanted to hear about it. You shared a meme, I think, on Facebook that was referencing the $1,200 like stimulus package.
Yes.
Let's deep dive into your social media show.
Yes.
Can you explain that meme and what that means?
So, what they're doing is everybody under a certain household income will get, like every adult will get, what, $1,200. Okay, so, $1,200 in Oklahoma, you could, I mean, honestly, you could buy just about anything you need. I could probably buy like 2 rolls of
Sure.
toilet paper and maybe some hand sanitizer, maybe if I trade some of my husband's services as well. So
Now, are you talking his
Whoa.
on the books marine services, or the service you tried to sell other people at one time?
Huh?
I am not at liberty to say.
Gross.
For him,
Marine
you know.
stuff.
Bad for the brand.
I'm really wanting him to get a promotion, you know. We're really working
Dude,
on.
there are better ways to do that. There are better ways to go about that.
If you can think of any, let me know, because right now he's not promoting until November.
Well, this podcast officially needs a disclaimer. You should.
What?
You know
Yeah,
what? Screw it,
lift heavy
Scully.
objects?
Send us a picture of your husband's butt, and we will use that as the thumbnail.
Oh,
Nope.
I have.
Nope.
many. I have.
You're
so
editing
many.
that.
I
Did I
absolutely
say
love
us?
his
I mean
butt.
just Dylan.
Oh, okay.
Spam Dylan.
No,
Y'all
I'm
are
okay.
in a group chat
I'm
with
all
me.
right.
I can just do that right now.
I'm all right. Yeah,
We're okay.
Scotland, I'm still mad at you.
Why?
by
What'd
the
I
way, because you sent a picture of a water bottle without the cap on it,
I didn't know you saw that.
and I hate it.
Honestly, after listening to that podcast, I will purposely go out of my way every single time I have a water bottle now. I always put the cap on it before, but now I can't do it. Like,
Oh,
and I
God.
will keep my laptop right next to it. And
How do you get out of this thing? Where's exit? Where's...
and the new, like my dog's newest thing is she likes to climb on top of the coffee table, so it just adds a little bit of extra,
Oh
you
my
know,
God.
danger.
Oh,
Living
The
on-
edge.
This is worse than the
Oh, man.
coronavirus.
I can't remember any
And I know
other
that's a controversial statement, but
pet peeves. Oh, the Starbucks size cup thingies. That's funny.
Well,
to
actually,
me.
I was gonna ask you.
that was
gonna
mine.
ask
mine
you
was
this.
ketchup on the lid, bro. Mm-mm.
I was gonna ask you. Do you have any
Nope.
that weren't mentioned? And I'm sure you agree with a couple of them,
Oh.
but any of yours that are like specific to you?
Yeah, personally, I really hate, oh my gosh, one of my biggest pet peeves, and I feel like
Oh,
this
it's
might
always
apply to Caleb, but like, and
Oh.
maybe Duncan, I don't know. I think it's just a guy thing, but when y'all have an itch that you can't scratch and you just like rub your backs on like walls or trees like bears,
Oh, I do that
I
daily.
hate that.
Okay, but you got to realize when you're as just straight up buff as someone like Caleb,
yeah.
he can't reach.
get
You know
a
what I mean?
one of the back.
I mean, that's not buffness.
That's puffness.
I don't know, bro. Do you
That's the
remember
only
the
way to get there.
manliness thumbnail on the YouTube channel? I'm
Yeah, that
just
was
saying,
definitely
bro.
puff.
Dude,
I just
you
like
held a phone between your pecs, bro. That's straight muscle, man.
I never knew that.
That
Oh no, it was
Yeah,
a book.
that
I'm sorry,
thumbnail
it was
will make it a
book.
little bit more. I don't think that thumbnail actually had
I didn't
context,
know.
so people seeing that thumbnail are like, "What is going on?"
You know,
that's a good point.
But now people are gonna go back and
it's
look
funny
at
though
it.
because
Wait, let
girls
me
do
see.
that too, you know. Just carrying things.
not as good as Caleb.
Yeah, maybe
Not as good
not.
as Caleb does it. He's the king.
Yeah, when
No, the ones that are happening next year.
Okay, so what other? Do you have any other pet peeves, or is that the only one?
Yeah. And this one pretty much only applies to my husband, and I feel bad for just kind of blowing him up like this. I can't stand it.
He's asleep. He's asleep.
Oh, yeah,
He won't listen to it.
He's literally
defend
snoring
himself.
right now next to me. That's kind of one of it, but that's not it. I can't. Oh no, actually, there's two. Okay, I have a lot of things with him that bother me, but here, here's a couple. He will. If you're with a group of people, right, and you feel the need to fart, don't you think like you should just like leave the room or like just try to get away? Well,
Nope. You got to make some kind of comment about barking spiders.
Oh no, that's what he does.
Cracking a rat.
You can ask Duncan.
Man, this
He goes, "Is there a duck in
cracking
here?"
a rat. Yo, I've never heard that before. That's hilarious.
You know, as it came out of my mouth, I don't know if that's actually a thing.
I've never heard that.
I was like, dude, I've never heard that. That's amazing.
I'll look it up, and we'll see.
No, dude, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I should get into this story time because this is a dark time in my life.
Oh, no.
But,
Then yeah, you should.
okay.
Yes.
So when me and Kylie first started dating, right, we were hanging out pretty much all day.
Still are.
And yep, that's true. And dude, when I tell you I needed to fart, bro, holy crap, dude. Like, I thought my body was about to turn itself inside out. Like, I was like, and just being me, right? I'm like, I'm not gonna do this, right? I'm not about to just blame it on barking spiders, right? It's not my style. I can't pull that off. I can't get away with that, right? So I'm sitting here literally holding this in for, no joke, probably about 8 hours
Oh my
straight,
God.
right? Oh, it was
You
so
don't
bad,
silently
dude.
let them
Your
go?
poor spleen.
What the heck?
No, dude, there was no, you got to realize this was so.
Was there a bathroom in the vicinity?
Was there an
There
outdoors in the
was.
vicinity, man?
No, so here's the thing, right? I could tell, when you can tell when it's building up and you're like, this is not going to be quiet. Like, there's no way to quietly let this out, right? You know what I'm talking about? Like, when you're just like, no, this is, there's a level, right? Like, there's intervals, right? Like, you have like the, okay, I might be able to get away with this interval, and then you've got that, nope. Like, you got to be at least 20 feet away from any human being for them not to hear this, right?
I hope this leading up to you
I
crapping
was
your
at-
pants.
No. But I was at the point that, no joke, I could probably be across the house and someone would maybe hear this, right? Like, it was at that point, right? And so she fell asleep. So I was like, now's my chance, right? And so I go into the bathroom and I'm like, okay. Just real slow. Right? I'm just gonna slowly, just like.
Of all the
Like,
things
letting
that you've
air
said
out
are
of a
bad
balloon.
for the brand,
It's like you're letting air out of a
Slowly
balloon.
leak it. Just leak it out very slowly.
So
Meanwhile, Kylie wakes up. Dylan, you playing with the balloon in there?
are you practicing the flute?
so I try real hard, right? And then next thing I know, it's like a switch just flips and it just all comes out at once. And it was probably the loudest thing I've ever heard in my life. But luckily she did not wake up, and we are still together to this day. Had she woken up, there is a good possibility
Dylan would have
not be
ended it.
together.
Dylan would have been offended and be like, "Hi, I thought you were asleep." No. You have to respect my privacy.
No, I'm not gonna lie though. If I had done that and she'd been okay with it, I might have had to end it. I'd be like, "That's okay with you."
You're disgusting.
I see now. I see what I have to look forward to. So,
Oh, no.
I wish Brian was like that. I wish he would put himself through that kind of pain and like.
it wasn't fun.
I'm okay with that.
I did not
I wish
enjoy
he would
it.
put himself through that kind of pain.
He will
Oh,
literally like. It's not so bad. We'll be
Sad.
sitting on the couch. He will fart next to me, and I'm like, oh my God! I swear to God, if I can smell it, I'm going to punch you. And it won't smell, and we'll be sitting there for about 30 minutes. But as soon as he gets up, it's like it was trapped, and it'll come for me. Oh my gosh,
Oh.
it's the worst.
Oh.
I can't stand it. I can't. It's one of the worst.
You need to put some sham wows under your couch or something.
We've got candles everywhere.
That
Trying
helps.
to mask.
Any more candles than you think they were Catholic?
It's real bad, man. It's real bad.
Oh, you have a shrine. No.
No.
That's for his stinky farts. You don't understand. they're bad.
Oh, is it the dogs? Like,
You just say that to
dogs
everybody
smell?
that comes in.
Not quite.
But hey, look, before you talk about the candles, it's my husband's stinky.
Oh, you think I don't? Like I will begin any conversation
Wow.
with new people. I'll be like we'll be walking down the road, and he's not afraid. He's not shy about it. He'll just do it, and he'll be like, "Was that a duck?" And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, stop farting, bro."
Was that a duck? Yo, hey, just to let you guys know, I went back and looked at the masculinity thumbnail. Dude, that's a quality thumbnail. That's that's so perfect, bro. Just go back.
Hold up.
Look it up real quick. Tell me that
Yeah,
that
let
is
me look at this.
not just straight quality. This is Caleb in all of his essence, bro.
Caleb,
I'm just saying,
I
Caleb.
genuinely appreciate the clacks of the keyboard.
Caleb, I'm just
You're
saying,
welcome.
for your stream, this picture needs to go up somewhere, bro. I want you. I'm gonna frame this picture for you, and it's gonna be in the background of every video.
That is a quality
You think
thumbnail.
I'm joking?
I'm trying to.
It's so quality, bro. It's amazing.
Hey, the manliness thumbnail is different on Spotify, by the way.
Okay, that's what I was looking for. I'm using Brian's phone.
Oh no,
to
it's
look it
on
up.
YouTube. It's on YouTube.
Yeah, it's totally different on Spotify. I was like, where is this thing?
Dude, I always forget we're on Spotify.
Dude, that's where almost everything goes.
See, but since I'm in charge of the YouTube stuff, that's where I always think to look.
That's
Where
fair.
the hell
That's
is
fair.
YouTube on here. Brian, where's your YouTube?
I thought Brian was asleep.
I woke him
On
up so I
the
could use his
internet?
phone.
Don't wake him up.
To sleep. Click, clack, clack. Have you seen that Click, Clack, Moo? It's like a children's book. That's what that reminds me of.
Are you on drugs?
No, that's a real book.
Click clack moo.
It's about cows, and they're typing
Is that a
something in a
Korean
barn.
thing?
I haven't read something with a title like that.
I was in
since
elementary
like-
school. Okay, it's from elementary school.
Have you guys read that banger Little Miss Muffet, bro? Like it's.
Yo, y'all seen Clifford, bro?
I've been looking for Waldo
Shit's
for
dope.
weeks, my guy.
What is? Oh my gosh, that is a good picture.
I'm telling you, it's quality.
I never looked at that close. I wondered why y'all were making that face at him. I didn't realize.
See, there was no context in that picture. People would come up to me and be like, "Bro, what is going on?"
I
in
get the
this
other
picture?"
ones. That is the
Be
one
like,
I don't.
Well,
understand.
let me.
It's amazing, but it's so obvious. Look, he's got the flames. It says alpha above his head. Arce beta. This
That's
is manliness literally right at the bottom.
right, and I totally got that. Like I was like, okay, flames. He's the alpha.
I think it's just
that
my
makes sense.
what I'm doing in this picture.
Yeah,
People are
that's it.
confused by.
Well, if you guys are listening and you are wondering, Caleb just does that sometimes. He just grabs random things and puts them between his man boobs / pecs.
Shameless
and just-
plug.
If it works, it works,
Go
man.
subscribe to the YouTube channel.
You have a YouTube channel?
Agreed.
What?
What?
Scotland, as we wrap up, you should tell people where to find the
Ouch.
OK See You Later podcast. And we're going to take a little break after you do so, and we'll try to get our good friend Becca Wolf on.
Am I supposed to do that right now?
Yeah, go ahead and tell people where to find us.
right now.
Oh gosh.
Tell
Well,
'em.
they're in
You know where it
Oklahoma.
is.
Their exact addresses are.
Whoa,
Oh,
hey,
God.
stop. You should stop doing that.
Just censor that shit.
I believe you can listen to OKC Later podcast on
You
Spotify.
believe? Are you even a fan?
I only listen to it on Anchor because that was y'all's first one. But I
Whoa.
listen to it on Anchor. I don't know if y'all are on Apple Podcasts, but I listen to Apple Podcasts
We
more
are.
than anything. Even better, I'll start listening to you guys on there. You can get YouTube to see them in all their manliness. And my dogs are in one video, and that's and Indy's in one video. So
Not all of our.
that's good. That's what I'm there for. Honestly,
Wow.
that's pretty much
That's
it.
it.
We will say not all of the episodes are able to come up on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or Spotify.
But also keep an eye open
And the other
for
things.
a couple of other random videos. I think we've been trying to get in the works. Maybe a couple stream videos. For
That
Caleb.
is something I'm actually really excited about. So, for all of you guys listening, Caleb is very good at gaming, and the times that we spend gaming have to be some of the funniest times that I've ever experienced. So, if you guys would be interested every once in a while on the YouTube channel to see some random videos of us, playing games or just doing funny stuff, make sure to go subscribe because
It'll be a hoot.
quality.
That's
It'll
so
be
weird.
good.
Who's?
I didn't even know you guys played video games. So wow, that's news.
Yeah, I'm not good.
Thanks.
But
Thank
Caleb,
you. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
That felt almost not
What?
rehearsed.
Good job, Scott. You read the script perfectly.
Yes. 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 Thank you. I only had like 10 minutes to prepare, so I did
All
my
right.
best.
All right, guys, we're gonna give Scotland a round of applause like we did for Caleb streaming. Good job,
Right.
Scotty.
Good job, me.
And if you guys stick
Yay.
around for just a couple more minutes, I guess for you guys it'll just be
That
like
felt
a
like
second or
children's
two.
show.
We'll have another guest on just a moment.
All right. Bye, friends.
Bye.
Oh my god, am I really on the OKC Later podcast?
You really are, young man.
I did
my
not know you
God.
were gonna big into this bitch. And we're back. And with us, Becca Wolf, a good friend of all of ours. Yep. Welcome, Becca. How are you?
All right. You guys are giving me a break from all the kids, so.
There you go. That's
Good
right.
deal.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the only
So-
reason we did this.
Well, thank
You've been
you.
working too hard.
Well, then
Exactly.
I owe you a lot.
We're actually going to keep you on this.
You owe
podcast
us
for the
probably
next 12
30
hours.
minutes. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
30 minutes to an hour is what you owe us.
Okay.
Okay, so Becca, quick question. So
Yes.
you live where for all the viewers?
In Utah.
Okay.
You live-
so
you live
how
with who?
locked down?
What was that?
Do it.
Who do you live with?
My husband Paul and my 3 kids.
Paul.
Paul, that's a
That's
familiar,
familiar.
name.
Yeah.
Golly, who's that guy?
Interesting.
If you don't know who Paul is, you better stop listening to this right now and go back an episode, you dumb stinkers, and figure out who Paul is.
There might be references that you missed out on.
Right, like mountain ranges.
Oh gosh.
A quick fact.
Yeah.
Quick facts with Caleb.
Uh-huh.
There's sometimes a
New
a
segment.
title. Yeah, new segment. Just created it. It's an annual segment, probably.
Once a year.
So, quick facts with Caleb. Again, sometimes Becca has a title behind her name.
What?
I would say it's a title because I don't have a better word for it. But sometimes a lot of people say that Becca can do anything.
No. Oh my gosh. Where are your
Right,
sources?
guys?
List your
I'm
sources.
lost.
I mean, I've never seen her do nothing.
Yeah.
I'm a source. I have seen her stop a longhorn in its tracks from
What?
killing me.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
You know
Is that
what's
true?
funny?
That's a real story?
You know
Stop.
what's funny?
What?
I was looking at that picture yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, no.
What?
Hey,
I
gotta
was looking
hear
at that picture the
backstory,
other day.
bro. You
Yeah.
can't just scoot past this. I gotta hear the backstory. This is not a
I
common
was
occurrence,
asleep.
at least for me. What? Wait.
I'm
Wait a
lost.
minute.
All right,
I'm so
Becca,
lost.
you have the floor.
Okay. I don't even remember when this was. All I know is it was a couple years ago.
Saved his life.
No, I don't think I don't think I really saved his life. I just think I scared him more. But
I just like to be dramatic.
yeah, my sister, Paul, Caleb, and I all went camping in the Wichita Mountains a couple years ago, and we decided to go because they had 2 separate like places you could set up camp, and we didn't want like the more like civilized area, I guess. We wanted more towards like in where the animals are.
We're primitive folk. Yes.
Yes. So we went there, and I don't know how far were the restrooms. Like I don't know, like a quarter mile.
Yeah,
mile?
probably.
Oh my God, what is this?
Ish.
Yeah, they weren't too far.
Golly,
but
you freaking pilgrims.
they weren't too far. But definitely, like if you had to go, you should probably go before you're like about to like piss your pants.
Dang. Man, that
Well,
sucks.
It was really
It was a
early
good time.
in the morning.
It was a good time.
It was early in
I'm
the
about to
morning.
say,
It was early in the morning, and I heard like a crunch outside, and I was like, "Oh, Caleb's probably going to the bathroom. I'll walk with him, so I can just go ahead and go because I do not want to be walking by myself out there." And I start to zip open the tent, and I see this huge pile of crap right outside. Right outside.
God.
She's like, "Hey,
Someone
love."
didn't make it.
You couldn't make it a quarter mile.
Yeah, no. So
I'm just saying, man, a quarter mile when you really gotta go, like you got that Steve Urkel run going, like that's not good, bro.
Well, I was like, okay, well, it's obviously probably an animal. And I'm looking around for Caleb, and I look over to my left, and the first thing I see is Caleb sleeping in his hammock. And right in front of him, there's a longhorn just staring at him while he's sleeping.
God. Jeez. Okay, how close is the longhorn?
I can send you a picture, but I'm gonna say it was probably about like maybe 6 feet away from him.
You took a picture before
Okay,
you saved it?
stop.
Listen,
We're gonna have a
Oh
picture
man, look at
contest.
that.
We're We're gonna have a picture
First of
contest
all-
from all of our guests today, and whoever has the best
I'm
picture.
gonna compile all
thumbnail.
of them into
When
a,
I send
into a
when I
thumbnail.
send the
It'll be good.
photo, please do me a favor and zoom into Kayla's face first.
Oh
because-
no. I have regrets.
Anyway,
Actually, if you send me the picture, because I'm gonna try and put this audio on YouTube, I will put the picture in the video and zoom in on his face.
But I don't know if Caleb like heard the tent zip open that I was in,
Bro, I was
or
dead asleep.
if he heard. I don't know what you heard, but you happened to wake up and you're looking at me. I remember you staring at me with my head poking out of the tent, and you were about to get up, and I looked at you and I was like, "Don't move."
Oh my god!
And you looked a little confused and finally you looked to the left, and I just remember your head jerked back a little bit, and you laid down, and your eyes were just like wide open, like, "Please don't." I see your prayer from your mind go up into the heavens, like I saw.
So this is Caleb's worst first.
No,
Literally.
probably not.
Yeah. So
Oh god.
yeah, thankfully that guy went ahead and walked away
That guy.
after a couple minutes, but yeah.
So did you do anything to scare it off, or did you just
No.
Yeah, I barked at it.
Charging at my tent.
Okay. Well,
Did you
I
throw any
thought-
barking spiders at it?
A
because
couple of them.
because you said that she saved your life. Like, I was like, wait a minute.
I definitely did
Did,
not.
did
save
she
his
like
life.
charge this thing? Or
Well, I mean, she told him not to
you did.
move.
You made him.
She
Yeah, you made
wrestled
sure he
it to
didn't
the
move.
ground.
So I'm not. That's impressive. I'm very
She's an
impressed.
impressive woman.
I want a picture of that.
Yeah. I'll definitely send
Okay.
you his photo. It's so funny to me. I was looking at it last night, trying not to wake anybody up laughing because I just. Anyway.
No, okay, definitely send that for sure. So the question I was originally going to ask, though, with all this craziness going on in the world at the moment, you living in Utah,
Yeah.
what is the status over there? Like, what's it looking like? Is everything?
And does
shut
everyone
To the same
hate Rudy
degree?
Gobert over there?
Does what?
Down? Yep.
Does everyone hate Rudy Gobert?
Bro, y'all all three
He-
talk at the same
he-
time.
he-
That was not all three of us.
What was y'all?
I double talked.
One person.
No,
Does
none of us. Okay.
Does everyone hate Rudy Gobert because he was the first person on the Jazz to have
Oh.
the coronavirus and he was not careful?
No, it's kind of weird because out here, like, nobody is taking anything serious at all.
Huh.
But at the same time, people are panicking. Like, it's really odd.
What? What kind of?
Let me
wait.
explain.
Elaborate.
Yeah,
So-
I need.
What? The
The
whole
audio
week
peaked.
that Paul was in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Because he wouldn't
Sure.
have gone if it were a few days later because we didn't realize like what exactly was going on, you know. So the whole week he was in
Right.
Oklahoma, I was stuck at home with the 3 kids trying to find stuff. I always have a food storage. I've always had a food storage just in case because you never know, like anything can happen. But
I'll just throw in real
Sure.
quick. Caleb never lived as good as he did until you guys moved into that
You
house.
dang right. And I've not lived as good since.
well, anyway. So, but there were a few things that I was like, oh, well, there's things that I may or may not need, especially formula, because my twins go through 1 can a day.
Golly, the
So-
big can?
No, one of the smaller ones, but they're starting to eat
Still,
more.
that's expensive.
Yeah, it's like
Golly.
Yeah, I don't know what that
Okay.
means.
Gosh.
But
Just go along
Freaking
with it, boys.
cans, bro.
anyway, so I went out to the store and I had to go to like I don't even know how many stores. I went to Walmart, Target, Dollar Tree, Dollar General,
Whole Foods,
There's like
Aldi.
Macy's, Sears, Smith's, like all these different stores, and I couldn't find anything. Like literally everything was completely wiped out. There was nothing, no food. I think the only canned food I saw were canned pears. There was like 2 boxes of whole wheat pasta. Yeah. And there literally was nothing. So that's the weird part is everyone here kind of like bought everything. It's kind of like walking.
Now, what do you mean that?
No, that's how it was here too.
What do you mean they're not taking it
Whenever
seriously?
Rudy Gobert came,
Because everyone here is being told
still go out.
to practice social distancing.
Yeah.
You know.
But
there's there's still people.
This
even
girl
though-
was standing like 5.5 feet away from me. Okay, she clearly don't care about her life or anyone else's.
Well, it's just odd because there's so many kids out here, and I understand you can still go outside, right? Go for walks as long as you're not like all together, right? Which is totally fine because everybody needs some fresh air. But there are people, even though like restaurants are closed and all of that, there's people going to Walmart just to hang out, like huge mass amounts of teenagers and parents who have friends that are getting together with their kids to go walk around like Target. It's kind of weird, and it's gross too because they're trying to take precautions by like wearing gloves and masks when they go out, but they're still out, and then you have their little kids coughing on everything, and I don't know. It's kind of odd because the county here finally like putting stay-at-home orders in place, and people still are not listening. So,
well, do they have? I know with my job, I had to get a piece of paper that was like, "You're essential. You're the man." And I was like, "Thanks, boss." But like, it's like something where like, if like the police pull you over, like some sort of authority pulls you over, and it's like, "Hey, man, what are you doing?" You can whip out that paper and be like, "Do you know who the hell you're talking to, buddy?
Well,
I'm essential."
That's the thing is,
I am a manager.
That's the thing is the first county in Utah to actually put in place a stay-at-home order was Summit County, which is not too far from here, but it's the very first one to do it, and it was 2 days ago. And then Wasatch County, which is neighboring, we're next. But it's
only 2 days ago?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, but what's
that is so late.
Yeah, but what's ridiculous is like where I live in a city called Pleasant Grove. It's like right outside of Provo, Orem, not too far. Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Do they have a park?
The thing is, the mayor here was saying don't be in groups
of
10. It's actually considered a misdemeanor here if you're in groups.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Dang.
Larger than 10.
I didn't know it was a misdemeanor.
It's a misdemeanor here.
The problem is,
I didn't know that.
yeah,
Dude,
it's a misdemeanor. But the problem is, because we're in Utah, there's families of like 15.
Dude, I was just about to make that joke. Dang it!
So because of that, it's kind of hard to tell who's family and who's not. So they were like, we're not going to charge anybody. We're not going to do anything, but please just like keep in mind, blah, blah, blah. So so like people are like, oh, well, then, F it. And they're just all
F it.
going out and
Dang
groups of people.
Dang it. I
Not
was just
F
about
it.
to make that joke, Becca. I appreciate that you brought that up, but golly.
Dude,
Well,
there
it's
was
like,
a hilarious meme. That was Michael Scott. I'll put it in the video that related to that exact same topic. I'll have to send it to you.
So are you having to do anything? I mean, your two youngest are still young, but like I'm just saying, like, they're babies. You probably don't have to entertain them as much, but what are you guys doing with Nico in order to like keep him from, I don't know, setting the whole house on fire?
Well,
Is he that old yet? That's a
He's-
teenage thing.
He's almost 2.
He's almost
Right?
2, yeah.
I don't think I set the house on fire until I'm joking.
Well, it's hard because like
You were underdeveloped.
Ouch.
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 It's just hard because I don't want to take any of them out to do anything because
Mhm.
they all three are very susceptible. I apologize to this because they all three were born with premature lungs. So the common cold can really like kick their butts. Like the twins, this is the first month of their entire lives that they have not been sick, and this is coming around. So,
Oh, dang.
yeah,
Eee.
so
That's
to
tough.
keep Nikolai entertained, he's already going crazy. Yesterday, I feel bad because. Well, hold on. Let me backtrack. Sorry, I get so distracted. This podcast is going to be a mess, so I apologize.
Oh, it won't be your fault
Okay,
that it's a mess.
But like to keep Nico entertained, it doesn't help my case because I'm really trying to be healthier, and so the only thing that I know to do is he loves to cook and bake. So that's what we've been doing. So I've made
There
lots
you
of
go.
banana bread, lots of
That is
cookies.
dope. Send some
Yeah, I
my
was
way.
going to say, send that boy down here.
I was about to
He's
say
going
that could be a lot worse.
Yeah. We've
I hate it. He
tried-
loves to make everyone food. It's the worst.
It could be worse. Yeah, he could be like, he loves to cook meth.
oh my
That's the only thing he knows how to do, and that's the only thing that'll keep him busy. Just a lot of meth.
Just call him Heisenboy.
God. Well, yesterday I feel really bad because I really try not to leave Paul with the 3 kids by himself often because it does get overwhelming. Not that he can't do it; he totally can. I'm not trying to like drag him or anything, but especially with
He told us on the last
I
podcast that he
get that.
can't.
I was about to say, kids. I mean, especially for guys around our age, like 1 kid seems like a ton, let alone 3. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
agreed.
that's pretty crazy.
Well, yesterday I absolutely had to go to the DMV. My license is about to expire, and I needed to get it done before it got worse, or before I had to like retake every test
Yeah.
to get it done
Nah.
to get one here.
Yo,
But-
I need to check my license. No, I'm worried.
Anyway, I went. Oh gosh!
So you
I
spent
took
5
the
hours at the
Paul-
DMV?
Longer than that.
Oh,
No way.
Not really.
God.
No,
Golly.
not really, because there's less people that are going because of it, but it sucks because they close their lobbies. So what you do is you
Oh no.
wait in a line
No.
in your car for a number, and then they call you.
Oh no.
And it sucks because I don't know how to explain it, but there's like the DMV is along I-15, and off of I-15 there's like one of those like just those 2-way streets, and then there's a DMV, and the DMV has a huge parking lot. Well, they had to close down the road, that state road, because there are so many cars lined up. It was about to cause accidents, so they had to close it off.
What the heck?
Yeah,
Ooh.
so I actually got in and out a lot quicker than I thought, but I think it's because people were getting so irritated they just started to leave. But while I was gone, I didn't know this happened. I came in, and Paul let me know on a phone call that Nico decided to add a photo on the wall with some crayon
Nice.
about the size of him. So,
Oh no.
Oh.
and not only
Oh.
that, but I get home and I walk in and I hear screaming from outside the door. And I open the door. I open the door, and the twins are in a safe spot on the floor. I'm just gonna say before I finish this, they're in a safe spot. Paul has got Nico pinned down, trying to keep him from running to the other couch, and I guess the reason is Paul was trying to feed one of the twins, and Nico found Paul's drink. Well, Paul decided to keep a glass out in the living room, and Nico chucked it against the wall, and it shattered all
Oh,
over the
dang.
floor.
Oh no.
So, yeah, I spent. We didn't do it yesterday because I came home late from the DMV. We still hadn't eaten. We had other stuff to do, so we just kept him away from that side of the room. And we were so tired we went to bed. But
Lord.
yesterday I spent about an hour and a half scrubbing the crayon off the wall.
Dude, I thought I
and
had
then-
issues because I was like, there's nothing on Netflix.
Yeah, and then this morning I spent probably about 30 minutes picking all of the glass out of the carpet and the couch, and I had to throw away
Yo.
2 boppies and a bunch of baby blankets and a play mat because it shattered over it.
You said
Becca?
2 boppies?
Becca.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that means-
Sucks.
but Becca, you are the MVP of quarantine. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
I
say that
agree.
right now. Yep.
I'm about
MVP.
to.
Yeah, I'll give you some of that.
Thanks.
She can do anything.
So was that your
It's
worst
true.
first story? Because golly.
No. No.
Worst first time my kid threw a glass against the wall.
No.
Oh, that wasn't
No.
the first time.
No. My worst first story.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
It wasn't my fault, but it was pretty embarrassing because it happened when I did it. But y'all know how I used to work for Taco Bell, right?
Uh-huh.
And I moved to different stores to train them, and I went to this one store that was a really old building. And it was in the summer, and you know how it gets hot in Oklahoma and so humid. And
That
then-
it does.
And then working in the kitchen in front of a stove, it gets a lot hotter.
No.
So I asked one of my employees to turn on the AC in the office, and he quickly came back out and was like, "It's not working." And I'm like, "What do you mean it won't turn on?" He's like, "It's stuck." So I was like, "Okay, well, give me a few minutes," and we finished up our rush, and I go over there and I tried to turn it on. So I look back and I realize there's a reason we can't turn it on. So I finally am able to like move the little whatever that's called over to turn it on. And all of a sudden, it immediately smelled like something was burning. So I go out and I think, oh, maybe the hotline's on fire. No, there's flames coming out of the AC vent.
Oh my god. No.
So I had to turn everything off, and we all had to wait out in the parking lot for like 3 hours. And my boss was so mad.
Oh my god.
I'm like, well, it's not my fault you didn't decide. It's not my fault you didn't upkeep this building. But yeah, that was probably the worst like first story for me because I thought I was gonna get fired.
That shouldn't even be a first. Like that.
No.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my
That is
gosh,
nuts.
That's insane. Okay, so real quick, before we go to our next break, give us some of your biggest pet peeves.
My biggest pet peeves.
Mm-hmm.
Crud.
When Caleb says I can do anything.
Oh my gosh. It's not a pet peeve, it's just false info.
I don't know. So far, his claims seem pretty backed
right.
up.
I was about to say.
That's right.
I don't know why I'm like drawing a blank.
Nothing gets to you. That's okay.
That's like, come on now.
Super
You
mom.
can do everything and nothing bothers you?
No, that's not.
That's insane.
Not true. No, stuff bothers me all right, but I don't really have. I don't know. I'm not sure.
You don't have
I
any
don't
pet
like-
peeves at all? That must be nice.
I don't know. I don't really have pet peeves. I don't know. I really don't know.
Well,
Well, this is the
that
most wholesome
makes it
segment
way-
we've ever done.
I was about to
Yeah.
say, that makes it easy. Good deal.
Good deal. Wow.
Yeah, damn.
Not sure. I have
All
things
right,
that
well-
bother me, but I wouldn't call them pet peeves, so I'm sorry.
Okay, so give us like one of those, just real quick.
One
Then.
of those.
Something the most similar to a pet peeve that you can think of.
If you were to have
Like
a pet peeve, what would it be?
What would it be?
If you could
What's
just
your
manufacture a pet peeve right now.
Well, if there's stuff that like you say annoys you or bothers you, right? Then even if you wouldn't call it a pet peeve, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's similar enough.
Oh, I have a pet peeve.
There we go.
Found it.
Okay.
Give us the dirt, Becca.
I hate when I pronounce something the way it's supposed to be pronounced. First of all, I know I'm not the best with English. My grammar sucks. But when it comes to pronunciation of things, I hate when I I clearly say how you're supposed to pronounce it, and someone repeats it back in the most butchered way.
Can I? Oh my gosh,
I
I am
hate
with
that.
you 100% on that.
I hate it. Especially,
Oh,
I love Paul, but he.
But
Listen, my dad's whole family, they're all from Mexico. They all speak Spanish. So Paul's trying. I don't know. There are some things that I know he like messes it up on purpose, but some things it seems like he just absolutely cannot say. But I don't understand how it's hard to say it when people.
what's the word?
Yeah, I was going to say, I need an example.
I don't really have one right now. Like I don't know, but definitely when it comes when it happens, I'm like, seriously.
Paul's
see
over there
that.
like, could you pass the cebolas?
Oh God.
Yeah, and I used to hate back to Taco Bell. I swear I'm not gonna talk about Taco Bell all the time, but my biggest pet peeve
Taco
was-
Bell's bomb.
Yeah.
Low-key.
Yep.
Not if you've worked there.
That's fair.
I don't know. I miss.
I feel like that's
because
anywhere
I
you
could
work,
make
though.
whatever I wanted and not have to pay for it.
Oh, girl.
See?
Oh,
That sounds awesome.
Oh.
Now, if I want what I want from there, I have to pay like $20 for one night.
Yo.
the FBI.
Whoa.
But no, I used to hate when people were like,
Yo, that actually sounded really good.
Yeah.
I used to hate when people were like, "Can I get a quesadilla?" I hate that. That's like the
Oh,
biggest thing I hate.
that's not even trying.
No.
No, it's like you're just being a jerk now.
Can I get some of those
See-
jalapenos?
I need some natches.
Some of that there queso?
See, at least that's like a different language. The stuff at Panera's is like super pretentious sounding,
Mhm.
like Asiago, ciabatta.
Okay, but how do you
But,
mess that up though? There's no someone saying it to you.
Okay, so
How
that's
hard
the
is it
thing.
to repeat it back.
Well, I will always repeat it back when somebody, let's say I'm in the drive-thru, I'll always repeat it back. They're like, "Can I get a sandwich on that ciabatta?" I'm like, "So you want it on ciabatta?" And immediately afterwards, almost every time, they're like, "Yeah, the ciabatta bread. If you can put it on that guy right there. I'm like, you heard me.
You
Open
know,
your ears.
you know.
I need
one
it on
thing
that
I-
Oswego bagels, man, right there. Oswego.
Oh God.
These
you
are
know,
actual things that I've heard.
that's
I'm not
one
just
thing-
making this up.
that's one
No,
thing
that
I'm
sounds
thinking
like it
about.
comes
I
from
think was-
experience.
Mhm.
I think that's the one thing is out there. The Okie accent is what really screws
Mhm.
everybody over out here. At least out here, there's like a ton of diversity out here. So I think people are a little more inclined to they're a little open to trying. I guess.
A little more patient.
Yeah,
I don't know. Paul said
I
they're
can
really
see that.
judgy out there.
Really?
Paul said that they were really judgy out there.
I think he just hates Utah. Some people are. I mean, there's like that everywhere. But
I was about to say, I feel like that's everywhere though.
Yeah, it's like that everywhere. I definitely think though what he means by that is it's definitely like missing the southern hospitality. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like the
No, he did say that.
Yeah, he mentioned that exact thing.
yeah, but I think that's. I'm sure to him it's different,
But-
but that's what I
well,
noticed the most. Like,
right,
people are
right.
nice here, but they're not as.
Well,
it's
he's
not
like a good
that
old boy.
welcoming, like open arms, like hey. How are
Yeah,
you guys?
Paul's a good old boy. Not in the sense that he's like a cowboy or anything, but he's one of the guys that like if you haven't seen him in forever, he'll come and hug you. Not now, social distancing.
Yes.
But like any other
6 feet
time.
away. 6 feet away or 6 feet under. Pick one.
Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh.
Ooh,
Bars.
Dang.
ooh. Okay, name of the podcast
Whoa.
right there. That's the one.
Dang.
Yo, no
Golly.
joke. Actually, that'd be a really good name.
That was
This
deep.
sister's
Jeez
spitting.
Louise. I'll give you a beat. Let me give you a beat.
Do it.
No.
Boom, clap,
I get it.
clap,
You wanna
boom,
say-
clap, clap,
You
boom,
want to
clap,
save it
clap,
for the
boom,
single?
clap,
I got
clap,
it.
boom.
I got it. We'll be. We'll
Yeah, my
link
mixtape's
to
been released
Becca's.
early.
I was going to say we'll link to Becca's single in the description down below.
My
Anxiously
single.
anticipating. Your rap.
It's
I got
going
it.
straight to platinum.
All right. Well, we appreciate having you on, Becca.
Becca, you're the best.
You can do
Let's
anything.
say It was a good time.
You can do
No.
anything.
Literally anything, including your rap career.
Especially.
We
You
believe in you.
cannot let all 25 of our
Especially.
subscribers down.
That's right.
Oh, what?
All 20.
All of our
I-
subscribers.
I thought we were up to like 30 now. Right?
No, we're at 25 right now.
Oh.
But to be fair, we have not
Oh.
posted a video in 2 months.
Yep.
2 months. Yep.
You don't do something. Oh, you meant on
That
YouTube.
helps.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Never
yeah.
mind.
Oh, on Spotify, I'm not sure how many we have.
We have a lot of people listen to us there.
We have quite a few actually.
Well, Becca, would you care to listen to all of our analytical talk?
Sure.
Well, that was it.
Oh, okay.
That was it. It's like, we need followers. Good talk, guys.
All right,
Becca,
well,
you have been a pleasure. You have
I was
been a
about to say, it's
joy
been a
to
good
talk
time.
to.
Mhm.
and anytime you want to come back on the podcast, just let us know and make sure to send us that picture of the Longhorn.
I will. I'll send it to you.
Oh, God.
So y'all can laugh about it before you're done saying it.
Well, guys, Becca was so good. No matter what happens after this, it's all downhill from here.
that's right. That
Whatever.
is right.
All right.
Becca.
All right,
Well,
guys.
let's head into another break and let's figure out what's happening next, guys.
See you later, man.
All
You're
right.
awesome.
See you,
Have a good
Becca.
one.
Bye.
See ya.
Yeah. Bye.
Okay. You ready?
Roasted.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the third and final segment of this historic episode of the OK See You Later podcast. And golly,
this low-key-
what a trip has
This
what a
low-key
trip
is
it has
historic
been.
because
Bro, we're living through a
historic.
historical event.
We
Well,
are
actually, I was
It's-
talking
it's
about how
three-
many guests we've had on
three-
one episode.
3 guests. Well, that's the historical event that he's talking about.
Yeah, that's pretty historic.
Coronavirus, whatever. You know, that's whatever.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah.
It's just a pandemic. Yeah.
It's just,
Yeah.
it's just
No,
a pandemic.
no,
I have a
talk
board game with the same name. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah. We need to play that. by
But-
the way.
Oh, dude, it's so much fun.
I've played
And
it
we
a
can-
couple
Yes.
times since all this stuff started, and
Have you really?
haven't won once.
Well,
Oh,
good
oh,
outlook.
that's bleak.
Did you say that's Blake?
Sure. Yep, that's what I said. What do you know?
But no, he's not
That
on
was
just yet.
hilarious.
But we're gonna have Blake Stallings on here in just a couple minutes to discuss the board game Pandemic. Ooh, she smashed her fingers. Yee! Sounds painful. Sorry, it looked painful.
Who?
There's our guy.
Hey,
What's going on, guys?
what up,
Hello.
boy? How you been, man? How's Maine?
Dude, it's been a little chilly here and there, but it's not too bad.
No,
He meant the hair.
he asked the wrong question. How's my main squeeze?
Oh, God.
Oh, shucks.
Caleb, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking.
Thanks, main squeeze.
You're welcome.
Oh, darn.
So, Blake, out in Maine, how crazy is this whole coronavirus thing right now?
Well, the governor.
You're really
just,
close to.
The
Okay.
governor just issued a stay-at-home order starting Thursday.
Wait,
Yo,
okay.
why is it taking so long for everybody else to do that?
I was about to say that's pretty bizarre, honestly.
Yeah. So
That's wild.
I feel like Oklahoma's like in the middle, away from coastal cities, away
I was
from all
about
the
to say,
craziness,
I think
and
it's
yet they've
'cause
already
Rudy
done a
Gobert,
shelter
bro.
in place thing.
Rudy Gobert came here and they were like, "Oh no,
Oh hell no!
stay home."
yeah,
what
wasn't
happened.
the
Hide your wives.
I know Oklahoma City mayor did. Did the actual governor issue it though? In Oklahoma.
Oh, that's true. I think it's just the
Yeah,
city,
that's
the
true.
city that's
Yeah.
locked it down.
That's fair. Okay, so Blake,
God dang
have
it,
you
Blake,
been
how do you know more about our-
quarantining yourself?
I
mean-
the heck out of it.
How do you know more about our government than freaking we do? That's
Because I'm stuck in Maine with nothing else to do.
true. So
There,
you just
that's
want
a
to read
fair
up
point.
on Oklahoma legislature?
And I have Facebook.
Man, that's
so-
a whole nother. I was gonna ask how you're passing the time with quarantine, but I guess I already know.
a lot of Call of Duty and went and played disc golf the other day.
Hey,
Hey,
Can't do that no
dude,
more.
we haven't done that
That's-
in a long
Some
Jumping on some
fraz.
fraz, huh? Nice.
that's good stuff.
Dude, when was the last time you guys went disc golfing, Duncan and Caleb?
I was just on the phone with Austin. He wanted me to go tomorrow, and I work
Yeah.
tomorrow.
He asked me earlier today too, and I was like, dude, I have not done that in quite a while.
Years.
It feels like it,
Years.
dude. I mean, we there was a summer where we were disc golfing quite a bit, but since then, dude, that was the summer of Pokemon Go too. But since then, we have not been
That's-
playing very much at all.
That's been a while.
It has been a minute. Yeah,
The summer of Pokemon Go, like it's a catastrophic event.
but you know what summer I was talking about?
I mean, I can't put a year on it. Was it 2018?
2016.
26?
No.
No way.
Yep.
No,
Shut
It's
up.
been
The-
that
the
long.
only-
Blake, why do
the
you know
only
everything?
Hold on,
reason
hold
I
on.
know this is because that's the summer I went to Yorktown for A school training, and everybody was
Dude,
walking around
We are
the
old.
base.
Dude, it's really been that long?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I just looked it up. Dang, bro.
Dude, I
Dude,
remember
okay,
playing
now
that.
time
You
out,
gotta-
time out,
you
time out,
gotta
time out,
fact
time
check
out.
me?
Stop. Stop.
Fact
I was
checking
in
the guests.
disbelief.
Well, okay, was it released? Was it
2016?
released in 2016?
Yep.
In
And
July.
then we
Or is
played
that
it in
its
2017?
Mm,
I think it
No, I
peaked
played it
the
right
summer-
when it came
summer
out.
20
Yeah, because it did kind of blow up pretty much right when it came out. Because they hyped it up
Yeah.
before it came out, and then right when it dropped, it got pretty big. So, yeah, I guess if it came out in 2016, that would have to have been the same summer.
And here we are, 4 years later, almost doing the exact opposite.
Lord. Staying inside, doing nothing. Dude.
Now, you
yeah.
said Call of Duty. Are you on that Modern Warfare grind, Blakey Poo?
I am, to a certain extent. I'm not crazy.
And you haven't
but-
hit
You been
us up
playing
at all?
Warzone?
That's a
playing
lie,
Warzone?
Duncan. I have hit you up. And,
On
but
Call of Duty? No.
I-
No.
check
Oh,
your
no.
text messages.
Get his ass.
Shots
Check
fired.
your text messages. I've asked you. I've called you. Asked you for
What's
your,
that Activision account?
New number, who dis?
I've asked you for your Activision account, but you never sent it to me.
He left you on red?
He did.
Oh.
Oh my god, Blake.
I don't want you on this podcast anymore, Blake. I
Blake,
invited you here. You
You're
are
a
roasting
freaking
me.
saint, bro.
I'm not gonna let
You're
you
a
call me a
saint.
liar, though.
Dude, that's the only reason he's
That's
on this podcast.
Get
He
his
just
ass.
wanted to vent, bro. He's like, guys, I just need you to know what I'm dealing with this here friendship.
You stinkers.
I mean, this is what y'all get for always talking about me.
I mean, it's all good things. We haven't said a single bad thing about you. Except that you probably suck at Call of Duty, but you know, it's
I do
whatever.
suck at Call of Duty. I'm not gonna say
No,
who.
same, dude.
All right,
I'm
bet.
not gonna
I'm
talk
not
myself
good, bro.
up. I'm not that good.
No, I'm not
Me
good
neither,
either, bro.
dude.
I'm not good.
Me neither.
But, dude, okay, so I've been wanting to tell the story, right? Me and Caleb were playing yesterday, Blake,
Yeah,
on Warzone. I don't know if you've been playing Warzone specifically.
that's
but
about all I've been
me
playing
and-
lately.
heck yeah, dude. So me and Caleb were
Maybe we
playing.
have played together. We just didn't know it.
Wait, what?
Maybe.
Dude, I mean, that's possible.
Oh,
That is
real
possible.
quick before you get into that, Dylan, the
Yeah.
craziest thing happened, man. Me and Ryan were playing last night, right?
After I got off.
And yeah, so me and Ryan went to regular multiplayer, and we were playing, and Ryan kept killing the same dude over and over again. And he's like, dude, I'm like getting mad at this guy. Like, he just keeps killing me. I keep killing him. And they're just having like a mini battle going on in just this one lane of the map, right? No one else is going over there. They're just fighting over this one area of the map the whole game. He gets messages afterward on Snapchat.
What?
Whoa.
You suck so bad. Blah,
What?
blah, blah, blah. And he's like, oh my God, I just realized I went to high school with this guy. And we matched with the dude randomly that he has known for a long time. And then they started talking all night. And then we almost played Warzone together, like all three of us. But then me and Ryan were getting off. But it was the weirdest thing.
Dude, that is
bizarre.
nuts.
Yeah,
That is so bizarre.
that is so wild.
Man, that's
all right, well,
crazy.
tell that story, Dylan. Sorry.
So me and Caleb were playing Warzone. Blake, I don't know if you've ever gamed with me, but I'm not good at really any games. I'm okay at 2K, but that's about it. And so
Maybe that's what we need to hit up. We need to get that 2K.
we do
going.
need to play some 2K, low key.
Puke.
But
It's not
So-
it's not cross compatible.
Well, sounds like you need to get a
Oh, you're
PlayStation
right.
then.
You're right. Yeah, no.
Nah.
Cute.
So-
He's cute. He's so cute. Kick
So-
this man.
Me and Caleb
Boot him.
were playing, right?
Right.
And Caleb always carries me whenever I play with him. But this game especially, he was going off, right?
Piggyback.
So he gets in one of those big, like 7-ton trucks, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm in the back laying down in the prone. And he just goes, all right, Dylan, hold on and just don't get up. And I was like, okay, not going to move. And so he's, speeding through the city, and instantly some shots start getting fired at us. And like, we're getting fired at from this point onwards until the end of the story. Like,
Y'all playing the Royale
consistently,
or the
right?
Plunder?
Royale.
All right.
So we're
That's
getting
a
shot at.
stage.
And then Caleb instantly goes, oh no, pulls a Yui and starts backing up, right? Towards this guy, chasing him through the streets and runs him over, right? And then from there, other people heard it and started shooting at us. And he goes, oh no. He starts backing up and he killed 5 people while all of them are shooting at us. And just single one by one, just picked them off with the truck. It was,
Oh, man.
and
I'm so
neither
sad
of
that
us
that
suffered
recording didn't work.
any damage. I was in the back of the truck. I did not get hit once because his movements, they just couldn't hit us. And he killed 5 people with a truck.
I suffered more
up.
damage in the truck with Caleb and Jamie than Dylan did with.
I don't think I've heard this story.
Oh no!
That
We'll
that
have
might be.
Jamie on the podcast
I was about to say
later.
that might be one that we have to save for Jamie if we can get him on sometime.
Yo,
Have a full Call of Duty
that was a
podcast
wild night.
episode.
Oh, this was not a Call of Duty thing. This was definitely.
Real
They
life.
locked me out of the
Yeah.
truck and I had to jump in the back thing.
Oh,
And then we almost flipped the truck. And
Oh my
Bygones.
god!
Oh
You almost
yeah, dude.
Flipped it? Is that an exaggeration?
Yeah, well,
Or,
he
like,
no,
what,
he
like-
ran it into a ditch. He ran it into a ditch right in front of this guy's house, right next to Caleb's house,
Oh my
back in this
Lord.
little Harrow road. And
Oh,
then
Jamie did?
out of nowhere, yes, Jamie did. in
I've
this
only
big,
met
like
Jamie
big
like
black truck.
twice, but that does not surprise me.
Oh, dude, yeah, he like was like drifting around these wines on Caleb's road, and then drifted too hard. And homie had a set of antlers in the back of the truck and some trash. And so I'm lying down in the back of the truck, getting whipped around while Jamie's being reckless, and then he
Oh,
crashes his
God.
truck into the ditch right in
Oh,
front of
that's
this
the
dude's
worst.
house. And these guys flip on their lights, and they're like, "What the hell's going on out there?" You can see a guy go grab the gun.
Dude
All the
comes out
while,
with a shotgun. Yep.
me and Caleb are at the front of his truck, Jamie, who got us in this mess, is sitting pretty in the driver's seat, and we are at the front of his truck, lifting the freaking like the bars or whatever, trying to get that thing out of the ditch. Well, he was revving the gas.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's
and he was so we were sitting there lifting, and when Caleb and I finally were about to have it out, he hit the brakes. He hit the brakes and was like, "Oh wait, guys!" And he flipped it into 4-wheel drive and pulled that thing right out, and we took off all ass and down the street.
Oh,
But
man.
Caleb and I were like so macho. We're like, "We're gonna get it. This guy's about to shoot us." And then he hit the brakes and made us like eat the hood. Like we about ate the hood, and then he was like, "Guys, get in! I got it!" And he just pulled it out like it was nothing. Like we didn't just struggle for a good 45 seconds trying to lift that like 4-ton truck out of the freaking ditch. And all the while, again, I was like, he had a spare tire. He had like 2 trash bags because he lived in this big set of land. So like they would just load all the trash in the back of his truck and then drop it off at the trash cans at the end of the street. And he didn't drop them off. So there's like trash bags back there. There's like 2 sets of antlers and a spare tire. And I'm back there just like holding on for dear life, not knowing what the hell's going on. And then we crash.
Oh my Lord!
It was like the
Duncan?
47th best night of my life.
Duncan, wasn't there
And
an
then I'm
occasion
pretty-
you told me about on a bridge and it was icy?
Oh,
that
that was
you?
with Blake. That was with Blake.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
I
So
can't
that
remember it very well, but I remember you telling me about. I vaguely remember a story about that.
Yeah, so my favorite part about, and Blake can definitely interject, because Blake, and other stories that we've told in the podcast, Blake has been really good about, I'm going to use his word, his fact checking, and like throwing details out that I have forgotten about. But my favorite detail about the time me and Blake crashed was...
Before the wreck ever happened.
Before the wreck ever happened, we were going really, really fast. And we're in a car. We're not like on a motorcycle or anything.
Right.
And there's this low-hanging branch.
Yeah.
Oh, I do remember that.
and Blake and I saw it, and we were in the safety of our car, and we both ducked like it was gonna hit us. And we look at each other afterwards. We're like, God, we're so stupid. We're laughing real hard, and then we hit the brakes on this icy bridge and bounce back and forth like it's a goddamn pinball machine. Oh, dude, it was awful. And then we sat there and we waited forever until Blake's mom and dad showed up, and then we beat the hell out of the trailer because there was ice all over the trailer for like an hour, it felt like. And then immediately after that, Jody was like, I think I'll just drive it. And she drove it to Blake's house.
Oh my Lord, dude.
All the while, and this was Blake, I don't want to upset you, but the funniest part about the whole thing was the interaction between Blake's dad and Blake. It was hostile. It was not a good time.
But it's all right. We got, what was it, Louis at the end of the day? And free groceries?
We got something.
There
But I
you
remember,
go.
oh, dude, it was. Whenever I say we were beating the ice off the trailer, it was Blake beating the ice off the trailer, and I was kind of sitting back because I'm like, both Tommy and Blake have like really heavy things in their hands, and my ass is not about to get hit because of some family feud. I'm not Steve Harvey. I'm just gonna hang out over here, and I'll keep my clean shaven face over here. And only other thing I remember is I don't think I was wearing a seatbelt.
No, that's what.
But Blake had
neither of us
an
were.
Oh Jesus handle. And dude, my biceps were bulging. I looked like Thor opening up that thing in Infinity War. Oh, dude, I could have ripped that handle clean off.
Oh my gosh, dude. That's insane.
Yeah.
Man. Hey, Duncan, you remember whenever you made me miss the last game of the NBA Finals because you said something was going to take like 10 minutes? Yeah.
Yep. We don't have to continue talking about me and trucks and cars, okay? That's not what this whole podcast is. Blake, how's the coronavirus doing over there? Look, man.
That's much more positive.
I mean, other than the shutdown, I mean, everything's about what you expect, honestly. I'm fortunate to still be getting paid, I guess.
Are you having to work?
Yeah,
Are you like working?
I'm sitting at work right now. So.
Oh, really?
Yes. But
Well,
Well, dope.
Well,
So-
damn. Blake's making more money on this podcast than we have.
I was just about to say it. Oh, that's amazing.
So,
Well, golly, I don't like that he's making more money than us.
so
That
I
ain't
mean,
hard though.
I'll
You
have
can
to-
find a nickel.
I'll definitely have to chime back in once I probably get pulled over
Like a nickel.
from having an out-of-state license plate, and then I'm trying to figure out where the hell I'm going. So, I'm afraid that's probably going to happen.
Okay, Blake, real quick.
Yep.
I have a couple questions for you. All right.
Hit me.
So, since we've never had you on the podcast before, one thing we've been doing with guests is we want everyone to mention what some of their biggest pet peeves are. I don't know if you heard our episode dedicated to that, but we went over ours. So now we want to know our guests specifically. What are some of your biggest pet peeves?
Ooh.
And you lived with me and Ryan for a year, so
I
Let 'em
already know
fly.
one. I already know one.
What do you think? I'll tell you if you're right or not.
is it
Wait,
A1
Ryan?
sauce on fish sticks?
No. Yeah. No. It's
That's a Ryan thing.
It's
That's a Ryan
It's the fact that, and I know this one's one for you too, Duncan. You said Ryan would always get a new can of beer, and he would drink half of it, and then he'd put tinfoil on the top and be like, "All right, I'm gonna save it for later." And then the next time he wanted a beer, he would go in and grab another one and do the exact same thing until they were like,
Not beer, like Dr. Pepper.
"Oh, I thought it was beer."
He didn't
No,
really
we
drink
didn't really
alcohol.
drink. I was a baby.
Hmm.
Whenever I moved in, I was a toddler.
Were you? Man,
I
time
was
flies,
18.
dude.
Dude, the funniest thing
I've
about
known
that
you
whole
for a
time
long
was
time, bro.
Lauren drinking Mike's Hard
Oh,
Lemonade.
dude, yeah. Yes, Lauren loved Mike's Hard Lemonade.
It should get halfway.
I don't think
through
she's touched
one.
it since we there.
Should get halfway through one and just be completely
Gone.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so what are some of your biggest pet peeves, Blake? I got to hear some. Same.
I'm trying. I don't know. I'll be honest with y'all. I've sat here and I've literally tried to think about this because I knew this question would come. I didn't think it'd come over the phone. I thought I had more time. Damn it.
Yep, in person, time works differently.
Pet peeve on. Yeah. It's just like,
You never see him coming.
maybe-
You never
yeah.
see him.
Maybe that's my pet peeve. Unexpected question.
On the spot.
Pretty
Good one. I think it's actually pretty legit.
Can I just go with that
Unexpected question.
and figure it out next time?
That's
I'm
such
on
a lame pet peeve.
Unexpected questions.
Honey, how was work today? Also, what's the temperature of the surface of the sun? God, I hate that.
Why do you gotta ask me stuff like that?
All right, Blake. So I got another one for you.
All right.
So we have another segment on here that we call Worst First, right? It's any first experience you've had
Thought
that
about
did
this
not go
too.
well. All right?
here's another one.
Do you have an answer for us on this one, or should we just move along?
Huh. Let me think. Yep, nope, I ain't got nothing.
Oh, that's
Thanks.
amazing.
I mean, I try to put those kind of memories like in the back of like way deep. I mean,
Sounds
maybe
Just try to
I
suppress
mean,
them.
y'all
Yeah.
have seen my relationship in the past, so I could probably pull one of those out of my, you know.
Oh,
Blake, I
no.
Oh,
I mean,
God.
Well,
if it's
Blake,
like
I
ain't
got
some
one more
relation,
thing for you then.
I've gotten better.
No, it definitely. I can't agree. Can't agree.
I mean,
Oh,
Like I got one more thing for you that we didn't do with our other guests before we wrap it up. I got an okie jokey for you.
okay.
Oh yes, I've
Got an
forgot
okie
about
dokie.
these.
Yep. me
Okay,
too.
you ready?
All right.
What does a University of Maine grad call a University of Oklahoma student in 5 years?
What?
Boss.
Probably.
Well, I guess it doesn't offend him because he's from Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But he might as well be from Maine. Golly, homies re-upped like 27 times on the Coast Guard.
I'm
So you can stay there.
re-upped once.
Hey.
I've kind of
Blake.
So I'll tell you this story, and Dylan, you could probably kind of understand it better, being in the prior military and everything.
I'm still in the military.
What you do doesn't count.
I mean, they're paying
That's
me.
coming
They're paying for my
guy.
college.
That's coming from a guy from the Coast Guard.
Oh, God.
All right, lifeguard, let's hear it.
I mean, as a lifeguard, I have to be the smartest to get into the military.
Oh, there you go, kid. I've heard this argument before.
You should see some of the people I work with.
I did say I don't know.
Caleb
how
is a lifeguard.
I've seen some of those people that you kind of makes us question that. I work with some.
I probably am one of them.
Surprisingly, no.
Okay. So,
All right,
what's the story, Blake?
So over this past winter, I was supposed to fill out the paperwork to either kind of figure out where I'll be going next, right? Well, I'm waiting. Time goes by where I should have got orders to wherever it may be. I found out recently, after everything is supposed to be said and done, that they never put me on the list to get orders to go anywhere.
Oh my God.
Because 2 years ago, apparently, whenever I told them I plan on getting out, they wrote my name down on a different list and said, nope, we won't send him any orders.
Yo. So what's the fix here? What are they planning to do?
Oh, that just made my job easier. I'm getting out.
Oh, well, there you go.
I go on terminal July 1st.
Hey, there you go. Dude, one of the funniest things I think you've ever... one of the funniest conversations I can remember, and you're going to have to correct me on the amount. I don't remember exactly how much it was. But you were like, man, I'm so ready to get out. I'm thinking about coming back home, doing something different. I'm just so ready.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Coast Guard offered you a small sum of money. I can't remember how much
A
it
very
was.
small sum of money.
How much was it?
$5,000 before tax.
Beautiful. But the best part was that made up your mind. So you acted like it didn't. You were like, man, they offered me $5,000, but no, I don't. I mean, but it is $5,000. And I was like, Blake, you can make $5,000 in like 2 months. Like you don't need $5,000 to sign away your life for the next couple of years. And you're like, yeah. No, no.
Thing is,
Next thing I knew, you re-upped.
So it happened at the training school I went to first off, and it was basically I only had to re-sign for the amount of time I already served, which at the time was only like a year.
Oh,
So
okay, that's
really,
not
it's
bad.
about I really only got however much per year,
So you made $5,000 in a year.
an extra $5,000 in a year
I'm joking. I'm
before
joking.
taxes.
I thought that was a joke.
Yeah, trust me. Looking back, not my smartest decision.
Which is saying something because
Yes, we're not going to go down. We're not going down that road. We're not going to go down that road again.
Blake, I love you to death.
Blake, that's a long road.
I know. That's why I don't want to walk it.
We don't tend to always tend to roast our guests, Blake. I promise.
It's all right.
You're a special case.
I know, but I can go throw it back at you a little bit.
Oh, you can
Pause.
throw it back. Just, can you send us a video?
Nice. Nice. You got an OnlyFans?
For real though, Blake, we need to hoop again sometime soon, man. Once all this craziness is over, you need to come back to Oklahoma. We need to hoop. We need to make it happen.
Dude, I'm trying to
Or
get back in around July for a little
we need to
while.
get that Activision account.
Dude,
Yeah.
facts.
Send that
That's what I'm
Activision
saying, man.
account.
We need to all hop on.
We've been running a lot of gunfight and stuff, man. It'd be a lot of fun to have you in there.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll send you all my Activision account tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
I'm sure there's like numbers or something probably involved.
Oh yeah. That's probably why I didn't send you mine, because I'm not good with numbers. I can't even find the thing that I need to send you this.
Just
Well, I
ask
could walk
the
you through where
goat.
to see it.
I'm not taking your directions anymore, bud.
How many times have I read you wrong?
I don't want to go down that road either.
Real quick.
I do.
Who was driving when you guys on the ice bridge? Who was the one driving?
That's me.
We don't want to talk about that. Oh yeah, it was
I
Blake.
mean, I'll admit. All right, so I didn't lead you wrong.
I ain't ashamed. He hasn't led me astray
Blake,
just into the
you're
side
so
of a bridge.
honest, man. I love it. I mean, I'll be honest. Oh, that's amazing.
I mean,
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah. I think we were saved because I'm gonna say we were saved because it was a Sunday after church.
Yeah, it was. It definitely was Sunday
It was
after
a Sunday
church.
right before Christmas.
Heading back into Edmond,
Oh
Oklahoma.
my gosh, dude.
Didn't even make it out of Jones.
Dude, man.
Dude, I haven't gone down that road since then.
Well, being in Maine makes that tough.
Well, you know what I mean. Though. I've had the chance since I've been back. I avoid it.
Blake's aware of Google Maps. I'm
He
sure.
just looks at it.
He doesn't even Google that road.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Get that
amazing.
street view. Try to find the marks I left on the bridge.
So, Blake, real quick.
That's hardcore.
If I could.
Blake, real quick. I
I'll
want
tell
to
you
ask.
later.
So, since you're going to be getting
All right.
out in July, what are your plans afterwards? Are you planning to move back to Oklahoma?
Not right away.
Okay.
So,
So you
my
hate
plans
us.
right
Sorry.
now. You know that's not true.
He's just not trying to catch these L on the basketball court.
Shoot.
Blake's like, if you give me 2 years
Yeah, I
to put
don't-
these here ankle braces on.
Yeah. Hey, it's only one. I only wear one.
It just
it's
takes
just a lot of
2 years.
laces.
Oh, God.
Gotta hop that bunny over something.
So anyway,
Oh, man.
so hopefully within the next couple months, I'm actually gonna be applying for a wildlife conservation
Hey, there you go.
job up here, game warden job
Hey.
up here. Now go.
Hey, Blake, can you please stop playing with your toys and just.
Sorry, guys. I get distracted.
Dude, I just picture you sitting on the floor, just like, so I'm planning to be a game warden.
Head bopping back and forth.
Quarantine
know?
is rough in the Coast Guard.
Well, they issued those out.
Oh,
It's like, hey, look, everybody gets this toy. Come up here and pick your favorite.
oh gosh. This is your
I
stress.
got the yellow one.
Oh god. So you said you're gonna be a game warden though. That's really awesome, dude. I know that's something you've
Yeah,
been wanting to do
so
for
that's
a while.
that's my right, and so I'm gonna try to go for that. If that doesn't work, then I'm going to stay up here, go to school this fall, the next spring. Allie graduates next spring, so I'll be up here at least for another year. And once she graduates, then we'll see where life takes us.
There you go,
Whether it
man.
be back down that way, Texas, or staying up here.
There you go, man.
So,
It's awesome.
but
It's good stuff.
so what I'm thinking is, y'all need to come up here and visit over the next year. I've tried to get Ryan. Obviously, that's not working out.
Hey, borders are shut down right now because of the coronavirus, otherwise known as COVID-19. Nobody's allowed in or out of any of the States. So,
Unless it's Blake coming out.
especially in the north. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Not
You won't
trying to
catch me going
the
up there.
Rona.
Just don't fly through New York.
If I catch the Rona, Blake, you're gonna catch these hands.
But I mean, you gotta come up here for me to catch hands, and while you're up here, we'll just play around with the basketball.
That sounds good.
So
I was about to say, we haven't even talked about the GOAT as far as basketball goes in this chat, Caleb Combs. If I remember correctly, when Duncan and Caleb played on a team together as children, Caleb was a boss.
I don't remember.
Caleb
that.
has my
I don't
favorite
remember
memory.
either.
Stop. Caleb has my favorite memory of playing on a basketball team when we were kids. And it's like Caleb was super tall and lengthy, right? And he was guarding an inbounds pass on the side. And he was just holding his hands up.
I don't
and
even know what that is.
See, that's
the
when you
kid
know
was
you're a
throwing it in.
natural. It's just instinct. You don't even know what you're doing.
Oh, I know what you're talking
The
about.
the kid was throwing it in, and the referee was like, counting down, like he has only a couple seconds to throw it. And the kid threw it up, and Caleb jumped up and smacked it down into the kid, and the kid caught it.
Huh.
And I guess the kid thought like, oh, okay, so I'll just reset it. And the referee blew the whistle and pointed the other way. And the kid looked destroyed. He was like, what just happened? Caleb smacked the shit back into him
Didn't you?
and got us the possession back. And I was like, dude, that's
Didn't
so
you have
cool.
a play?
It's because the kid was out of
A play
bounds.
called like the brick wall or something like that, where like you guys would make a line and then someone would shoot over the wall so no defenders could get through.
Yep.
Me and Michael Walton took turns shooting threes in a game that we were losing so bad in. One of us,
Happens every fucking
no,
game.
listen, one of us would walk the ball down, and the other person would be
no.
behind them, and I'd walk the ball to the 3-point line, and then I'd turn around and toss it to Michael, and he would shoot, and then he would walk the ball down to the 3-point line, and then he'd turn around and toss it to me, and I would shoot, and we did that for like 6 straight plays.
Now, how many of those did you actually make? That's the question.
I
We
mean,
had very unconventional plays.
maybe
man.
one each. Yeah, dude. My dad was like the master at like coming up with like the banana swirl type plays.
Bro.
Legendary.
It's like my favorite play on Madden is to use the field goal pass.
Yep.
So when we played on that basketball team, I was having the time of my life, man, because we didn't do anything by the book.
Nothing was standard, and we had people like we talked
That's the
about
kind of
we
basketball
talked
I can
about
get
Ryan.
behind.
Ryan's
Yeah.
little brother Nick was on our team, and Nick and John Wesselhoff were two.
Clarification,
Go getters.
that's not Ryan Hoback that
Yeah,
we're talking
yeah.
about.
Ryan Brown. But Nick was Ryan's little brother, and Nick and Caleb and
Was?
John was.
It's been disowned.
He's been disowned.
If only.
But
Bought an Xbox.
But those three guys would just be like defenders. Like they would just harass the hell out of the other team, and they would run a million miles an hour up and down the court and just like throw their bodies into people.
Bro, it's the best time, man.
That doesn't
I would
surprise
just-
me none.
My whole goal was just drive, like they would be coming down with the ball, and my entire goal was to just punch the ball and send it out of bounds. just to fuck up their cheat.
That's amazing.
I had the time of my life playing on that basketball team, man. We didn't do anything by the book, and I was like, hell yeah.
This
That's
is it.
amazing, man.
We had the
This
worst
is what
uniforms
peak
though.
performance looks like.
What were the uniforms?
They're all little league teams though.
Oh, stop! They were
What'd
ugly,
they look
dude.
like?
I can't even describe them.
Like, give me a mental picture, man.
They were just like jersey.
Not even were they ugly, but like
They didn't match.
What?
when you took them off, you had soreness on certain
Was it the two-tone jerseys?
organs on your chest.
It was. I'm trying to think. We had a JKI Nailers team, and then we had
Yeah.
another team that just didn't have a name. Like the whole
You
season,
didn't have
we
a
went
name?
without a name.
How did
No, we couldn't agree on one, and we didn't put it on a jersey because everybody was kind of broke, so we couldn't afford to like do all the fancy stuff with the jerseys. But that year was the year that we played Zach Kimball and his dad's team, and Levi was on that team. But we didn't have a name.
was Levi's team the goddamn?
Oh my god, I remember.
No, I can't even remember what. But they had
They
a.
were
They,
Longhorns.
they were the Longhorns. They were the ones
Hey,
representing
Caleb,
the
don't get
town.
scared.
We
Don't
were
get
just
scared. It's okay. It's okay.
the blue
We were
boys,
the degenerates.
the degenerates.
Isn't that usually how it goes though? There's always the team that actually has like good players, and then you have the other team.
What?
Yeah.
What are you saying?
No, stop! Like Caleb, you know what he's saying. You know what he's saying.
I mean, we never won a game, but
No, stop. We beat I can't remember. Was it Perkins? It's like a pink team.
When you count the one win, not doing anything.
Every win counts, Caleb. Every win counts.
Everybody's a winner.
Well, it's
now.
easy to count when there's just one.
Don't even need to take off my shoes to count this one.
Oh god. Oh, that's funny.
So let me tell you, we had the time of our lives playing on that
Caleb,
fucking team.
That was a lot of fun.
You need to come play basketball with us, bro.
There was one team I remember that we went to go play, and they saw us walk in their stands. They were like the kids that were up in the stands ready to play, right? They were like, "Oh, we're playing those guys! Oh, we love those guys!" They're like getting crazy and
But it wasn't even because we were bad. Like, stop. We were bad, but
we were entertained.
do you remember that game where we just were like making the other team laugh so hard? That was the only reason we were in the game.
That was the game. Yeah, we were like the fucking Globetrotters, just without the skill.
We were full of entertainment and
It
no
was
buckets.
the best. Boy,
Oh, we got
God.
our asses chewed after that game. That's the one time I remember having the most fun and getting in the most trouble next time we practice.
Wait.
Because I remember Jamie
So if
making
your dad is-
people
if your dad
laugh.
was the one making the plays, though, why would he be upset? If he was the mastermind.
Oh, homie, there weren't defensive plays. We made them laugh on defense.
Yeah, bro, we'd be somebody be doing a free throw, right? And we'd be sitting there and just be cracking jokes.
And they
whenever we're
could
for
dribble the
free throw
ball.
to make them laugh so that they would miss the shot.
Dude, that's incredible.
It was that game, like I said, my favorite, but we got in so much trouble afterwards. Because it's like we didn't even try. Our only goal was to make them laugh and not to score any points. It was wonderful.
That sounds hilarious.
Not only them, but anybody in the stands.
Oh, they couldn't hear us in the stands.
Dude,
No, but they could see us.
They
We
could
were
see
doing
us.
funny stuff too.
dude, that sounds amazing.
Oh,
I wish
golly.
you guys had tape.
Trip down memory
It was
lane.
a great time. It was a great time.
Man, dude, that's amazing.
And then y'all all got competitive with basketball and ruined it.
I mean, we still do some crazy stuff for
You got
fun.
competitive with video games and ruined it.
We still have fun with basketball. Though. Like even when we're competitive, there are times where Duncan will just come
True.
up to me. He's like, "Bro, this probably won't work, but let's just try it."
Yeah,
Like-
true. I'll be like, all right, I'm going to try this behind the back weird pass thing. And it might not work. There might be a turnover. But you and I will be the only ones that know about it. And everybody else can be mad
But
at us.
if it works,
Whatever.
it's gonna be sick.
If it works, it'll be awesome.
I think
So we
probably
still
one
do
of the
that.
greatest games that we played was at the park in Midwest City.
Was I there? I don't think so.
It was.
I remember I think you
Yeah,
were there,
me.
Dylan. Because I remember getting you out to Midwest City was
Yeah,
tough.
Me, you, Dylan, Duncan. It was Michael Looper that worked with.
Oh, Michael
and
Looper.
I could not remember who, because I couldn't remember if we were running 4s or 5s that day. I remember.
But I remember that. That was a good
and,
time.
I mean,
That's a good
yeah,
court, too.
and like everything clicked to perfection.
I don't remember that at all. Michael Looper. Yeah, that doesn't sound familiar at all.
You didn't. We worked with him at Panera.
He went to
Okay.
a fraternity right there next to the court to Gossip.
Oh, okay. That sums it up. No, I have no idea. No clue who that is. I don't even remember playing in Midwest City at all.
Yeah.
Man, that's a shame. If it was that good a game, I'm surprised I don't remember it. I remember a lot of games from Gossett, that's for sure. But
Well, yeah, that was
Those were
literally
good
our
games,
court.
too.
yeah, but
For,
that surprises
what, 2
me that I
years?
don't remember. Yeah, that I don't remember Midwest City because since I never went out there, you would think like the one time I go out there, you know what I mean? That if it was that good a game,
I remember buying blue Gatorade from the Crest that was across the street.
I remember that.
Yeah, my old stomping grounds.
Yeah, I remember multiple times I'd be like, "Oh yeah, Duncan, don't you have class right now?" And he's like, "Yup."
Yep.
Yeah, I was there. And I was walking across campus saying, "Fuck it."
I was about to say, Blake was guilty of that too. Blake was a little less guilty of it than I was, but he was definitely
that's so
guilty of
good.
that.
It's hilarious.
You're
All right,
such a
guys.
bad influence, Duncan. I blame.
Oh,
you-
shut
I
up, you're
blame
older than me.
you for me joining the Coast Guard.
Dang, that's a heavy blame.
Oh no, dude, I'm not that bad of an influence.
Whoa. Shade.
Dude,
Blake, dude, I appreciate you
It's been
coming
good,
on
man.
such short notice too, because
Yeah.
that was as short of notice as you're ever gonna get in anything, unless you go active duty and you know.
Write
get
that down on your
deployed.
pet peeves.
Yeah, I was half expecting to like get some kind of case or something in the middle of this,
Hey,
so that was good.
for real
but
though,
it didn't
you
happen.
need to think up some pet peeves and worst first story for the next time that you come on.
All right, like I said, I've been trying. I just thought I had more time. Y'all threw it at me. I wasn't prepared.
Well, now you do
I probably had something and I forgot it.
for next time.
That's all right. That's all right.
Yeah.
It'll give you some material for next time.
Yeah, I'll keep
Well,
thinking
we're
about it. Whenever I come on live, then I'll share.
All right.
All right, Blake. Well, we love you, dude.
Been
We
good talking
appreciate
to you,
your time.
Yeah,
We appreciate anybody who stuck with us this far. We'll put a disclaimer at the beginning of this whole thing and be like, hey, listen to it in segments, because otherwise you're going to spend the whole evening listening to our podcast.
Listening to a bunch of random conversations from every aspect of our
Yep.
personality.
Every corner of the United
I was
States.
about to say, man, I don't think people are going to be mad at it though, because with this whole Corona thing, man,
Yeah.
people need entertainment. So that's what we're here for.
True.
This
Which-
was a very geography diverse.
Yeah, bro.
podcast.
No
Yeah.
joke.
If you need entertainment, check out our OK See You Later only
No.
fans.
No.
Yep. Yep.
Also,
Mhm.
Caleb's going to be starting that stream
Yes.
pretty soon, so we will definitely post something on the OK See You
Once
Later
that starts
pages
up,
about Caleb's stream because we're excited
it'll be
for it.
good.
And I guess there's just one more thing to say, and Blake, you can be the one to say it if you want.
Okay, see you later.
I like it.